What's up, Internet? Current 1776 here with another Battlbox mission for you. We got mission 105 right here for November 2023. Wow, 2023 is almost over. It's crazy, ain't it? Time flies, and heck, it's already been 5 months since mission 100, which is freaking crazy. The older I get, the more I notice how quick time flies. As time flies, you need to start working on your skills, working on your preparations, getting outdoors, enjoying life, because it goes by really, really quick. As time flies, so does the sanity of the world, as I'm sure you guys are noticing now. So yeah, let's see what we got in here that you can add to your preps, add to your adventures, and add to your skill sets for the oncoming way of the world. Let's break into the box. Okay, dokie. So, long box. Gonna take up a lot of space on my table here. I need to get a bigger table. It's time to upgrade the table, possibly. We got our mission brief right here. Mission 105, it says on here, as always, we got our basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus levels broken down inside of this booklet here. Go that direction, right? We want to start with the basic, work our way up to pro plus. As always, as you go up in level, you get everything below. So when we get to the advanced box, you get the advanced box items and what was in the basic box. Pro box, you get pro, advanced, basic, and so on through to pro plus. All right, so first up in the basic box. So we've got an item here that is from one of my most favorite companies, Outdoor Element, and it is also a member recommended item from Anthony G. from St. Louis, Missouri. It is the Outdoor Element Fire Flute. Yeehaw. They make awesome tools for making fire. Right here. Check it out, the fire flute. Of course, being able to source fire, manage fire, start fire, yada, 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 is a very essential skill that you need to have to survive. Plain and simple, okay? Everybody should know that. And you should also know that you should not always rely on modern ways of starting fires, such as lighters and things like that. Those things can fail. Those things run out of fuel. Not saying you shouldn't use them. I 100% use them, but I also keep products such as this and keep my skill sets sharp in case I cannot use a lighter or a modern way of starting a fire. So the fire flute here from Outdoor Element is something that you can add to your skill sets and add to your kit. It says right here, premium ferro rod, fire starter, and whistle. You also got some slow burning tinder right here. Flip it over onto the back, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of what you got here. So we got our whistle. It's got a pocket clip, so you can put it, you know, like in an area like an admin pouch or something like that, where pens will go and things like that, or you can keep it in a pocket. We got your tinder that can be stored inside, made out of aluminum, and it's got a 3/8 diameter ferrocerium rod. So let's break into this dude. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got 3 little tinder tabs here, one of which you can store inside of this. So you got 2 spares, so you can put 2 in another kit or whatever. But here's our fire flute, okay? You can see your clip right here. You've got the whistle on top. Pretty loud for signaling, right? In case you need to get somebody's attention, you can do that with the whistle. Obviously, here is your ferrocerium rod, which is threaded, that you can replace once you wear it out. We can furthermore break this down, and you can see your cavity in there in which you can put your tinder down into. Put this dude back together, and now we have a tinder in there for safekeeping. It does have an O-ring, so you don't have to worry about it getting wet or anything like that. So, made out of aluminum, and up here where the clip is, that is your striking surface for your ferro rod. Of course, you can use a 90-degree spine on a knife, or if you got other like carbon, high carbon striker, you can use that there. But there is a striker. Obviously, what you do with the tabs, you break those down into fine fibers, hit it with your ferrocerium rod, and thus start your fire. Yeehaw. It's a really cool product from Outdoor Element. Again, if you got pockets or a jacket, if it's cold out and you got jacket pockets, you can put these in your pockets, put it in the admin area of a pack, anything like that, and you've got a way to start fire, rain or shine. Yeehaw. And again, that is a member recommended item from Anthony G. So we got fire covered in the basic box. Now we're going to cover water, all right? You need water to survive as well, right? And you can use fire to help you clean your water up, boil your water, disinfect it, etc., etc. But there's also a lot of really cool products out there that help do that for you in the event that you can't boil water. There's possibilities that you're not going to be able to do that, right? Especially if you're trying to be incognito, you don't want anybody to see you or whatever, and you don't have the time or energy to build a fire and build one that's going to burn efficiently so that you don't have smoke and things like that that could give away your location. You need to be able to clean and purify water without using fire. We got the Delta emergency water filter. I did a video on this. This is a made in the USA product right here. It works great. We'll have a link to the video down below in the description of the video here. Put this bag, save this bag, don't tear this bag up because you can put this back in this bag and store it, okay? So what we have in here is 2 carbon filters, and there's directions on the inside here. Don't throw this away. Check out my video and follow these directions to use this properly. But looking here on the back, it gives you some performance claims and % of reduction. Bacteria, viruses, parasites, protozoan, pesticides, herbicides, a lot of crap I cannot pronounce. It filters out a lot of freaking stuff, okay? Now, there is a difference between when you filter something just to clean it versus filtering and purifying when it comes to taste as well, right? So some filters, they don't remove potential taste. You can go and drink pond water without doing anything to it, and it has kind of a dirty taste to it, a dirt kind of taste to it, a noticeable taste, right? Not necessarily bad, but not necessarily pleasant. And then, you know, there's some filters that'll clean that water where it's safe for you to drink it, but it's still going to taste like pond water. And then there's filters out there that are going to clean, disinfect, yada, 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 purify, and you're not going to get the taste. It's going to taste like clean water. It's going to taste like water out of a water bottle that you buy at the store. This filter will remove taste as well. So I tested this out in my pond back here behind the shop a little ways, and it did not taste like pond water once I got done with it. But the way that you use this, you take this funnel here, you put it together, you put your filter inside that funnel. So this is a carbon type filter, very tight weave filter. It's not a fast filter, okay? You need to regulate the amount of water that you're putting in here so you don't overflow it and it doesn't tip off of your container that you're pouring into. You need to be cognizant of that. It does a great job of removing all of this crap that's on here and making it taste like clean water. You get 2 of these in the pack along with your funnel system right here. I do recommend that you use like a wide mouth type of container, this funnel to kind of sit on there properly. Using something like a regular 16.9 ounce like Pepsi bottle or Mountain Dew bottle or something like that, you're going to have to hold it. It's not going to balance very well, but using something with a wide mouth like a Gatorade bottle or a stainless steel bottle and things like that, this will work a little bit better with that. You won't have to like be so hands-on with it. Water will save your life. Water will keep you alive. It will also make you very sick and kill you if you do not have clean water, okay? So not only does water keep you alive, it's also something that can ruin electronics, right? So I've been there, it's happened to me. I'm sure you've had instances or at least had friends that have ruined their phones or ruined something from it getting wet, some sort of electrical device, okay? This item right here helps hopefully mitigate, it's over here, save your electrical devices, i.e. your phones or anything like that, okay? So this is the Absorbit's Wet Electronic Rescue Pouch. So there's been all these tricks that people have done, and I've tried it in the past, and I don't know, maybe it worked a couple times, and I know for sure a couple times I've tried it, it didn't work. Like putting it in a bag of rice, different things like that to help pull the moisture out of the phone to save your phone or your electrical device from getting messed up. It works. Maybe 25% of the time. So this right here is designed specifically for doing what we hope the rice would do. And I know for me, like caught in the rain while hunting, wasn't cognizant and got my phone wet, and that one actually completely died. If I had something like this, I could have mitigated that. This has Absorbit's technology. Basically it's a pouch. You put your phone or your electrical device, whatever that may be, like maybe an Apple Watch or a smartwatch or something like that. You can put that down in there and it will pull the moisture out into the bead. You can you can hear inside there. Pull the moisture out and save your electronics, okay? It'll also help protect your electronics. Need be, you're on a boat or something like that, you can slip your phone down in here, keep it in there. It's got a clip on here so you can put it on your side and you just don't have to worry about it, right? So this is the only product on the market that will reliably rescue electronic devices after they get wet. You don't have to worry about batteries, there's no electricity needed, anything like that. You just put your phone in here. So it's got directions in here. Of course, you want to, initially wipe down your device from any heavy water or whatever. If possible, take the battery out. If not, that's fine. And then you put your phone in here and you leave it in there for 4 to 6 hours. If it still doesn't turn on, you put it back in there and you can check it, 24 hours later. Once you're done with it, everything's good, everything's working again. Now this obviously is saturated. And it's not physically necessarily saturated, it's the material, the absorbance material on the inside of the pouch is saturated. There's a couple ways you can go about recharging this, and then it's good to go and you can use it multiple times. You can set it out in the sun, especially if it's out in the summertime. You can just set it out on your porch, on your back deck, on your patio, sit it out on the hood of your car for a while or whatever and let it dry out. Or you can use a hair dryer and dry it out, etc., and then you're good to go to use it again. But an absolute great way to keep your electronics safe. If you got small GPS units and things like that, you can put those in here and keep them in your kit and just keep them in here, okay? And it's going to keep those things dry, even in a wet situation. That is your third item in the basic box, the Absorbance Wet Electronic Rescue Pouch. All right, so the last item in the basic box is a 100% freebie item, okay? So this company sent this in free of charge, no charge to Battlbox, no charge on to the customers. It doesn't, go to the bottom line value of the box or anything like that. So this company is called Johnny Slicks. American-made products, 100% all-natural products, and veteran-owned business. Two guys that own the business, freaking amazing, absolutely amazing. They employ, while I was there, everybody I talked to was a veteran, and most all of them were Marine veterans. They're based out of North Carolina. Everything's American-made, American-sourced. Just absolute great people. I went up there a couple weeks ago and hung out with them for the afternoon, kind of got a tour of their business, and had an absolute blast. So I'll have a full video up of that visit, so you can check that out and kind of get to know these guys. But they make premium, mostly male grooming products, right? So like pomades, shampoos, conditioners, soaps, beard products, hair products, things like that. They just got a great story. So Johnny, the originator of the business, dude, him and his wife are literally selling their blood plasma to have the money to produce their products, 100% out of his house to start with. And then they started doing it at a rental place, and Nick Kumalatzos got involved, helped out with marketing, helped get the business rolling, give it structure, and man, they're killing it. They're absolutely killing it. But what they sent was this Beast Bar right here. So this is an all-natural soap. There's absolutely nothing in here that's bad, and it's freaking great. Take a look at this right here. As you can see, it's got their Beast, I guess, logo or mascot or whatever you want to call it on there. Smells absolutely great, 100% safe, right? And 100% made out of natural materials and no added chemicals or added bull crap, right? That, probably the source of most of the freaking health issues that we have, right? Think about what you're putting on your body and give their products a try. You can check them out online. Just look up Johnny Slicks. So now it's time for the Advanced Box. The Advanced Box this month's got a couple really cool items in it, and one of which I never really thought of. I know it's a problem solver, and I never knew this was out there until we started sourcing it for the Battlbox, and it's freaking awesome, okay? And what I'm talking about is the Right Line Gear single cargo storage bag. So we got one of those racks that goes in the receiver hitch on the back, so you can put stuff on the rack and strap it down. And I always have to come up with some way with trash bags and tarps and stuff like that to wrap that stuff up on that rack, so that if we get stuck in rain or anything like that, we don't have to worry about our clothes or whatever we got back there getting damaged, right? This right here was specifically designed to put your stuff in, to put on those racks, but also you can use it to put on roof racks or throw in the back of your truck or anything like that, and it's freaking massive. So for traveling or for bugging out or for storage or for going on a camping trip or anything like that, this thing right here is freaking great. You can put a bunch of stuff in here and keep it out of the elements while you're traveling. Or you can put a bunch of stuff in here and just store it in your garage or in your attic or something like that. You keep everything consolidated together. It's all in one big pack. And then you can do with it what you need to from there. 30 inches wide, 20 inches deep, and it's 55 inches high. You got some straps here. But it is an absolute freaking massive bag. I mean, I could pretty much get in it. Like, it's freaking huge. I'm 6'2", 240 pounds. And I can get down in this, and you can close it up and put me on the back, you know, hitch of your friggin' vehicle if you wanted to, right? So yeah, I love this thing. It's great. It's absolutely great. So, I mean, you can put those big, like these big totes that I have. I don't have one here. They're all up above me. Those big, like, black totes with the yellow tops. You can put like 2 of those, at least 2 of those in here, and then it's like a dry bag. So it's got, like, up here, you close it and you bring it down like a dry bag and cinch it, and then strap that down on your roof rack, on your rack for your trailer hitch in the back of your truck or whatever. And you don't have to worry about rain. You don't have to worry about dirt, dust, mud, whatever, while you're traversing however it is you're going, wherever you're going. It's freaking awesome, and it's massive. It's absolutely massive. This is also great for if you got a lot of sleeping bags, or you got a lot of over quilts or under quilts, if you're in the hammock camping and stuff like that. You can sit those in here and they'll stay lofted, and then you can just sit this in your attic or wherever you store your gear, and then when you're ready to go camping or ready to use that stuff, you can take them out, and then they stay lofted, okay? A lot of people keep those, like, you get quilts and you get sleeping bags and stuff like that that you can really pack down into their stuff sacks real nice and tight, and that's great, right? But the tighter you get all that insulation and the longer it stays like that, it doesn't get lofted very easily when you need to use it. The more loft you have, the more insulation you have, and the better it's going to work for you for keeping you warm and stuff like that. So you can keep your sleeping bags loose. Just drop them in there, bunch of sleeping bags, you know, under quilts, over quilts, stuff like that. You can just lightly close it, keep it nice and fluffy, the moths and bugs and whatever else from getting in there. Right Line Gear, single cargo storage bag. Right there. I guess I'll just put it right here, and maybe it won't. The last item in the advanced box is the Figure 9 Carabiner Rope Tightener. This is a member recommended item from Charlie A. from Wakefield, Michigan. I like knots. I like tying knots, okay? But some people don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes to tying knots. I mean, let's face it, if you don't do them right, sometimes they'll come loose. They're hard to untie, things like that. Devices like this can help for a lot of stuff, right? So this is the Figure 9 Carabiner Rope Tightener right here. This thing's pretty freaking slick. So looking at it here, the working load limit of this dude right here is 150 pounds. It fits rope sizes from 1/8 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch. And the maximum gate width of this carabiner right here is 3/4 of an inch. So if you need to strap down loads in the back of your truck, like say this, you need to strap this thing down after you fill it up with your gear. You can use something like this, really get it nice and taut, strap it down. You can use this to help you tension ridge lines for setting up a shelter, ridge lines for hanging stuff, ridge lines for hammocks, things like that. It's a really cool device. Here on the back, it shows you different ways that you can use it. You can use it as a fixed end, you can use it as a loop, You can use it in line. Shows how you use it, you know, to kind of tighten like a trucker's hitch. And then you come back and you put your rope through here and it cinches down and bites into that and keeps it nice and safe. And then when you're done, you just pull it out. You don't have to worry about untying knots or anything like that. And you are able to be on your way. Also has a carabiner here, so you can use it as a carabiner, not for climbing, okay? But hanging, attaching the gear, things like that, attaching the D-rings to tighten off of, etc., etc. This is a really good product here from Night Eyes. And that is your advanced box. So we got our Right Line Gear cargo storage bag, and then we've got the Figure 9 from Night Eyes right here. So now it's time for the Pro Box. The Pro Box this month is member recommended by two people actually, Matthew M. from Jameson, Alabama, and Ross R. from Durant, Oklahoma. So both of these guys recommended this company, and they recommended product from this company. This company I'm talking about is Wiley X. They were like, hey man, we'd love some Wiley X sunglasses or Wiley X shooting glasses and things like that, if we could do that. And I was like, it's a good idea, but man, Wiley X has tons of different products. They got tons of different styles. They got tons of different colors. They got tons of different use cases. Like, how do you really make everybody happy with that? So this is what we did. We got with Wiley X, and they said, hey, this right here is what we can do. So what you get is, you get an envelope, and you'll get a little pamphlet right here, or a little paper. Right there it says, attention, $100 voucher inside, okay? What we've done is, we got with Wiley X. In this right here is I can't show you the code, but on this card right here, there's a code. You get $100 to spend at Wiley X, okay? Now, they have a lot of sunglasses and shooting glasses that are in that $100 and below area. They also have a lot that's in that $100 and above area, okay? So it's up to you what you want to do with it. You can purchase something, you know, $100 or less and use that voucher. It won't cost you a penny. You can buy a $150 something or $200 something, $300 something, and you got $100 to go towards it, okay? They've got tons of stuff, all right? Speaking of that, for instance, you've got like these right here, okay? So you can get these right here. This has got interchangeable lenses, you know, shooting glasses, sunglasses. They got, you know, different types of styles, designs. They got this kind of style and design, interchangeable lenses. They got ones that don't have interchangeable lenses, that are more like just sunglasses. So they all come in nice cases. Like this one is the active, what they're calling the active. They all come in nice cases with little storage bags and the sunglasses in there. All of these that I'm showing you here now are within that $100 range. Now they got some that are way nicer, but they got a lot of stuff that are really nice in that $100 range. For instance, this pair right here, and they got all sorts of different colors as far as their lens colors, frame colors, and stuff like that. So this one's a little bit different. This is an interchangeable lens deal right here. So you can keep this on your range bag. You can strap it to something really cool. Open this up. You got cloth. You got a strap. So these are like the sabers. So these are the sabers. So shooting and or sunglasses, right? And you've got a replacement lens in here. So you got your amber lens, and it all fits in this really nice case right here. So this is a way that basically you have the power to choose what of Wiley X glasses you want. So, and you got $100 to do so with. And that is your Pro Box right there from Wiley X, member recommended. Wiley X is a veteran founded company. They got a lot of cool stuff, right? So you got yourself a $100 voucher in that gray envelope right there for your Pro Box. Now it is time for the Pro Plus. Pro Plus this month, This is why this box is so long. So we have in here the Condor tool and knife El Salvador machete right here. So if any of you guys are understanding of Condor, Condor has been around for a long freaking time. El Salvador, you know, South America in general, are very dependent on blades. I mean, it's literally the jungle down in the majority of those areas down there. Also, if you're familiar with Condor, surely you're familiar with Joe Flowers. Joe Flowers is a guy that's behind a lot of the designs of Condor knives. And the reason behind that is he spends a lot of time in the jungle. He owns a company called Bushcraft Global. He literally takes people to the jungles down there in South America, and they go out for a week or so and spend time in the jungle, like legit time in the jungle with very minimal gear, and you know, hanging out with the native people down there and learning survival skills in the freaking jungle. Like, the dude is knowledgeable as crap, and he's a great guy. He's so cool. So in talking with Joe Flowers, like, man, like what's the number one thing that you would have in the jungle? And it's this right here. Comes with a product catalog where you can see all their stuff. I mean, it's amazing, right? So you got a product catalog in here. Now this is made in El Salvador by the people that actually use these things. We're big on pocket knives here in America. Like, we like our pocket knives. You know, most guys have a pocket knife on them. They're big about their machetes down there. This is this is their pocket knife. I mean, they use these for everything, So you got your little tip protection right there. We'll take that off. So here we've got an 18-inch blade. It's 23 inches overall. It's made out of 1075 high carbon steel. It does have a 90-degree spine on it here. The finish is epoxy black powder coating, and then it's got a walnut handle, brass fixtures, and a lanyard hole right here. And then, you know, the typical Condor, call it the Condor eye, is right here in the blade. Nice and sharp out of the box, and 100% vetted by the people that use this on a daily basis out in the wild in the jungles of South America. Please God, if you take anything away from this video, you have got to follow Joe Flowers. He is the most genuine, one of the coolest freaking friends I have, and I absolutely love to hear him talk about freaking blades. And I've got the Mission 105 El Salvador machete here, which this guy obviously knows a lot about. So,
well, I tell you, I've met a lot of people and kids better with machetes than I am, but I am kind of a nut for machetes.
Yeah.
And El Salvador machete is one of the most ubiquitous machetes out there. If you think about how a machete is shaped, this is a shape that you'll see. And it's been around forever, but this is what's really, really indicative of a Central and South American machete. It's an 18-inch long, 1075 high carbon steel, full lifetime warranty machete. But you know, one of the things that I wanted to show you is how to use it. So when people are using these machetes, trying to talk with somebody like a Latin American to teach me how to use a machete, it's like walking up to a construction worker and asking them how to use a hammer.
Right.
You know, it's something where I finally got explained right and told right what I was doing wrong. And sometimes they're always holding this like crazy death grip. Can you make the OK sign with your?
Yeah.
They call this sometimes the OK grip or the pinch grip. That little flick will cut stuff all day long, as we make sure we keep his knees intact. This is really important. Most common cut is on the opposite leg, so when people are cutting stuff this way, watch your leg like that, but don't use a machete so much. Just give that little flick at the end and you'll be good to go. There might be briars on the ground, so you can use a stick like this. We want to be careful of my fingers, of course, and use that to bend stuff over as a helper stick to help clear out an area of your campsite. And the other thing that you can do too is sometimes people are holding it this way. You can take the machete, boop, and do that and hold it watching your opposite leg and be able to clear a campsite just like that as well. And with the loose grip too, not too hard. You want to let your wrist flick, and that works really, really well. Now machetes have a low Rockwell. They're made to be used around the ground where you might have like rocks or something.
Right.
And it's around about a 56 Rockwell. So if you hit a rock, it doesn't chunk out and have like a half moon shaped thing on that. And you want that. If you have a really, really hardened machete and you hit a rock, it's going to explode everywhere.
Right.
So you're able to use a file, go from spine to edge with the file to keep the edge intact. If you do hit a little ding, it's going to be small because of the Rockwell.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Condor's just very, very highly respected for working tools, like tools that are meant to just go out there and freaking go to it and work. And be careful with this thing, swinging this thing, because you might need your first aid kit with your knees and your shins and stuff like that. Be mindful of it. Joe Flowers has got content on the internet on how to properly use these things, and actual showing people in the jungle using these things like they do every day. They clean fish with these, they make things with these, they obviously clear paths with these, they cook with these, they do everything with a freaking machete. Absolutely everything. You can strike ferro rods with this because it's got a nice 90-degree spine on it. It's flexible. It does also come with a leather sheath, a really nice leather sheath. Condor has always been good with their sheaths. You've got the belt loop here that is mobile. It can rotate so it moves with your body, and goes in there quite nicely as a legit South American made in El Salvador machete right there. So that's mission 105 of Battlebox, folks. Really cool box this month with a lot of things to add to different areas of preparation and ultimately adventure. Quick recap, we've got the Absorbit's wet electronic rescue pouch right here. This pouch is designed to save your phone or any other electronics, GPS, watches, things like that, that you can fit down in there. In the event that they get wet, it will dry them out so they'll continue to work and you don't have to go buy a new device right there. Also, you can use it as a storage pouch for your phone or electronics if you are in environments where it could potentially get wet. We got the Delta emergency water filter system right here. We got 2 filters. Your funnel system takes out viruses, bacteria, all freaking sorts of stuff that I cannot pronounce. So water's a big deal. It will kill you and it will keep you alive, right? Let's go with the keep you alive part. So be sure to filter your water. This is a great thing to add to your water filtration processes and to add to your different kits. And of course, fire is something that is essential for survival and for morale. You got to be able to start a fire. So we've got the Outdoor Element fire flute right here. Also has an emergency whistle in the event that you need to get somebody's attention. But you got your ferrocerium rod. It comes with 3 little tenders here that one will fit inside of it, so you always have a dry tender source. It's a great, small, compact ferrocerium rod kit. And from Johnny Slicks, we've got the Beast Bar right here, the Beast Wash. 100% free item in the box sent to us by Johnny Slicks. Johnny Slicks is an American company, American-made products, American-sourced ingredients, all natural ingredients, veteran-owned company, great company. They're making waves in the hygiene world. You need to check them out and support them if you do so choose to do that. I know I am. I'm starting to use all of their products for my hygiene stuff. I'm very impressed with them and very grateful for what they do. And if you like them too, check them out. But in the meantime, you got you a nice bar of soap there that's all natural, and you can use that camping situations, hunting situations, bug out bags, etc., or put it in your shower at home and use it and see if you can tell the difference like I have when it comes to using an all natural soap. We got a $100 voucher inside this envelope right here so that you can spend $100 on whatever you want at Wiley X. Got an example right here. It's Wiley X shooting glasses right here. Earlier in the video it had 2 lenses, actually got 3 lenses. So this is an example of what you can get using your $100 voucher right here. Of course, you can spend more than $100, but the remainder's on you, but $100 voucher inside here. Then over here from Night Eyes, we got the Figure 9 Carabiner Rope Tightener right here. Really cool knotless way to tighten down fasten down things, strapping something down in the back of your truck or a trailer. It's a great thing to use for that. Ridge lines, tents, tarps, you name it. It's a great solution if you're not very well versed in knots. If you're not well versed in knots, you get the idea. And from Right Line Gear, we got the 30 by 20 by 55 cargo dry bag that is designed for putting your gear in. If you're putting it in the back of a pickup truck or on a roof rack or on a hitch rack, to keep your stuff clean, dry, out of the elements, etc., etc. You can also use it for storage at home for your gear, especially for keeping your quilts and your over quilts and under quilts for hammock camping, keeping your sleeping bags and things like that nice and lofted in storage. You can put them in this bag and that'll keep them from getting bugs and freaking roaches and spiders and freaking moths and whatever else into them as well. So great solution for storage and solution for protection of gear when you are traveling using a pickup truck or an SUV or a car for that matter, if you have one of those little hitch racks. So really cool company. You can pack a lot of freaking stuff in there, a lot of stuff in there. And last but not least, we got the Condor El Salvador machete right here. Freaking nice. And I dig the fact that it's like, it is a legit 100% used item from the folks down in South America and all over the world, but especially down in South America. And a lot of them use this exact machete right here. It was recommended by Joe Flowers, who is a designer for Condor and an absolute great guy, amazing bushcrafter, amazing survivalist. And you guys need to check him out. Look him up online, Joe Flowers, Bushcraft Global. Bushcraft Global. So that is your Pro Plus and ultimately your entire Mission 105 of Battlebox. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to find out more about Battlbox, you can check out battlbox.com, battlbox.com. Check out the website. If you have any questions, you can go to the facts page, the FAQ page. Almost any question you can think of can be answered there. If your question's not answered, you can hit us up at questions@battlbox.com, battlbox.com. There's no E because we don't know how to spell. And also, if you want to know what typically comes in boxes like this, of course, you can look at the mission videos on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, or you can go to the website and go to the What's in the Box page. You'll see the breakdown for every single mission from 105 all the way down to mission 1 and every single video that I had done for those missions. So, as always, I appreciate you guys watching and be looking forward for mission 106. Be looking out for a video coming out where I visit Johnny Slicks, where they give a tour of kind of their operation and kind of tell more about themselves, how they got the business started. Lots of really cool info, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. So be sure to check that out, coming soon. And also some footage coming from the Georgia Bushcraft Fall Gathering, which I will be attending here in a few days. So love you. I mean it. I'll see you next month with mission 106 of Battlebox. Yeehaw. Getting into December. Getting towards the end of the year. Big things. Big things. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Going to be the biggest internet. This is going to be the biggest grabat hook I've made in a while. You can also hold it like this to do a little pinch grip to get finer cuts that way.